Hello everyone, and thank you very much for clicking on this video today. Your feature presentation will begin in a moment, and I hope you can sit back, watch, and enjoy the show. Thank you very much. Hello everyone, Sean Bolin, aka StarvingtheDark Online here, and welcome back to the second part of this two-part series on how to gain Ostron standing XP effectively, and to hit the rank of kin as fast as possible. I'm back here at Fisher Hey Look, and I just want to say while we're loading here, thank you so much for watching the first episode. I realize it was quite long at 20 minutes, and I'm hoping to make this one just a little bit shorter so that way you guys can get on with your days and hopefully get to farming those fish. The reason I'm here at Fisher Hey Look is I wanted to quickly show you guys that under the rank of visitor, let's see, that's Norway bait, there we go, we have the Murkray bait times 20 blueprint for 5,000 Cetus standing. If you don't already have this, or you already ranked up past this level and you didn't pick this up for free, since this is a reward they offer you, don't worry, all you have to do is farm a couple of not Murkrays, my apologies there, slip of the tongue, Mortis lungfish, and you can just get 5,000 standing and buy this blueprint. This blueprint allows us to farm Murkrays, and those fish are the key fish that we were going to be using to farm all that sweet Ostron standing XP. I just want to show you quickly that we need credits to make this blueprint. Fish meat, but basically every fish you grind down for bait is going to have fish meat, so don't worry about that. You should already know how to get mortis horns from the mortis lungfish, which we talked about last time, and this time I'm going to be showing you where to find Traylocks and Gulapula spleens. So that's all I wanted to show you here. See you out on the plains in just a sec. Alright everyone, and welcome back. As you can see, I'm now back out on the plains, and it is currently daytime. This is actually a perfect time to be farming Murkrays, as there are several other fish you need to farm, and that they're all spawned during the day. You can spawn Murkrays at night, however that makes it a little bit more difficult to replenish the supplies you need to make the bait, and is generally I would not advise it. So it is currently daytime, and I'm now going to show you how we get to the ocean where you can farm Murkrays and the other fish we need. So, after exiting the gates of Cetus, please turn your attention to the right. As you can see, we're headed down towards the very tip of this huge lake. In particular, pay attention to this canyon here that heads off in this direction. We're going to follow this canyon, and it will take us right to the ocean. And there's literally no other place in this map that I found that is a more easier place to farm ocean fish of any and all sorts. Let's see, also keep an eye out for any iridite patches you may find. This will help you replenish your luminous dye supplies, which is I've always found useful. Iridite dye is really helpful. This cave, if you have your, as you can see right there, there are quite a few mineral nodes in this cave, so if you're passing by you can also pick up a quick couple of mineral resources for your Zaws, because I swear Zaws takes so many resources. And as you see, we just barely came through that portal, oh hey ghouls, okay. Anyway, as you can see, this is the ocean patch I wanted to talk to you guys about. You may have to kill off a couple of enemies, just like I did at the very beginning. But as you can see, we are now officially here, and we officially have hit the place where you can farm ocean fish. Alright everyone, and welcome back. I had to go take care of something. Apologies for that. As you can see, we are still here at the ocean zone. This zone is probably the single best fishing zone in the Plains of Eidolon, because there are 6 separate hotspot spawning areas within this very small section of water. Hotspots are these little ripples in the water, and you always want to throw your bait into these hotspots, because otherwise you will have fewer fish spawn, and if it's a rare fish like a Murkray or a Norg, they will not spawn unless you have bait in a hotspot. So, what you want to do when you find these hotspots is you want to go in here to the new gear wheel and select your Lanzo fishing spear. And then, let's see. And you want to select your Murkray bait into your second slot, and you will have your luminous dye in your third slot. And I'm going to throw out the luminous dye because I want to make a quick point. As you can see, there are 2 other luminous dye, of course, lights up the water. And what I wanted to show you here are the 2 types of fish you're going to want to farm in addition to Murkrays. First off are the Traylocks. Now, I don't have a Warframe optimized for catching these bad boys, but I'm going to see if I can do it anyway. Traylocks are how you get Traylock eyes, and they are the fish that can be a little bit finicky to farm in this area. The main reason for that being that they only spawn during the day, and they are the reason I advise farming here for Murkrays in the day, because you can also catch a fair amount of Treylocks because they also spawn here, and this will allow you to replenish your supplies for Murkray bait as you farm Murkrays. Otherwise, you'll have to make special trips out here for Treylocks, and nobody has time for that. So yes, I would say for Treylocks, they are worth the same amount of standing for small, medium, and large fish as Mortis lungfish. So if you do happen to get a huge extra supply of large and medium-sized Treylocks, you can turn them into Cetus standing as well to just boost those numbers a little bit. I would always turn the small ones, though, in the more Treylock eyes, because they are the item you're going to be running out of the most. Okay, now for Gulapulas, as you can see, they also spawn here day or night, so it doesn't matter, and they are prolific little fish. This is what a Gulapula looks like. I thought I would just do a close-up. And as I said before, these fish are prolific, and they are worth no Cetus standing. The large ones, like, are worth 50 standing apiece for the Ostron, so basically you can turn all Gulapulas you catch into bait, which will also give you plenty of Gulapula spines to use for the Murkray bait blueprint, and the rest you can use for parts and fish meat and fish oil for all the various recipes and zaws you have to craft. And what I generally do is when I'm farming for Murkrays here, I will catch any Murkrays I see with the Luminous dye. If I don't see any Murkrays, I'll go after every single Treylock I can find. And if I don't see any Treylocks or Murkrays, that usually means that the Gulapulas have spawned so much that they've taken up all of that local area's fish spawns, and you just need to start fishing Gulapulas to free up some slots so that way you can have large Treylocks, for example, spawn. I'm going to mention right now, as you saw earlier, Treylocks are a special fish because while all the other three Murkrays, Mortis lungfish, and Gulapulas use the Lonzo, the basic fishing spear here, Treylocks actually require, I think it's the Param, you're going to have to double check me on that, but it requires a different fishing spear to effectively catch them. For this reason, and why I don't have them currently equipped, Volt is by far the easiest warframe to fish with, because all you have to do is run around a little bit, and his passive accrues electrical damage that is released upon your next hit, which actually translates to your fishing spear, ironically enough. So basically all you have to do is whenever you see a Treylock as a Volt, you can do this until you hit a numerical factor of about 10 to 12 damage, which will be shown up by your shields and health. And then all you have to do is aim, and you'll actually catch the Treylock. But if you're not, you're going to have to use a special fishing spear or find an alternate method or hit them multiple times like that. Alrighty. That is the basics of how to get all the resources for Murkrays. I figured I would show you what a Murkray looks like. Let's see if we can get any to spawn here. Try to get the bait close to, this was not near, well actually there's that one there, so yeah, you want to make sure the bait is always inside the ripples. And then this is basically the whole thing you're going to be doing, is coming to the zone, farming Murkrays, farming your Treylocks and your Gulapulas. As you run out of Mortis horns, you can go during the night to that small pond I showed you in the first episode and farm Mortis lungfish, and this is how you're going to rank up to kin with the Ostron. Just to let you guys know, Murkrays are awesome, and the reason we chose them is because a large Murkray will give you 1,000 steeds standing, a medium one will give you, I think it's 750, and a small one will give you 500 steeds standing, and that's a huge amount of standing for the relative ease it is to farm these fish, and that's why we chose them as our target fish. On a side note, as I mentioned, Volt is easily the best frame for farming fish. However, if you would like to use other warframes, Rhino and Mirage can both be very viable warframes for this because they actually can buff themselves and buff the damage they deal with weapons. Mirage requires that you be here during the daytime, otherwise she will not get that damage buff, and Rhino this buff does not matter, it can be done day or night. The one reason I recommend not using them and instead using Volt is because in order to use a warframe's abilities when you're fishing, you actually have to switch back to your warframe, cast the ability, then you have to hit L, go back into your Gi wheel, select your Lanza's fishing spear, select your bait if it wasn't already in the water like it is now, and then you're ready to start catching fish, and then you have to constantly be switching back and forth between your fishing menu and your ability menu to be recasting your abilities. And Volt, since it's Volt's passive we're using, He doesn't have that limitation. More efficient, easier, and less button presses, and it's more peaceful that way. Since you have to farm quite a few fish to get the kin, my personal advice is that whenever you need to come out here and farm fish, just turn on some relaxing music, maybe turn down the in-game Warframe sound, and just chill out and just be mellow and work on that, farming fish with that. Actually, I'm not going to lie, I farm fish whenever I'm upset. I'll just hop into this game, turn on my classical music or whatever I choose to at the time, and just chill. And it's quite an effective way to farm fish and calm yourself. There we go! Good lord. I had to keep talking just to see. And just to show you, these are what Murkrays look like. These are slippery little devils. You want to generally aim at the head. But there we go. That is a Murkray. And now you know what they look like and where to find them. Thank you all very much for watching this video. You know how to provide for them. Just making sure everything's doing that little mental checklist. Okay. Excellent. That is everything you need to know about farming Murkrays, getting Ostron standing, and getting experience with Cetus. If you guys have any questions, comments, or concerns, please leave them in the comments section below, or just leave a comment if this video really helped you out, or if there's any small detail you'd like to know about anything in general. Hopefully we'll be having a video come out in the next couple of days regarding a new mini-series I'm starting, and I'll talk to you guys then. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day. Bye-bye.